to access and be present with this present moment, the one we have right now. Thank you so much for sharing your practice. Your presence is a gift, and we are all so grateful.
She's on vacation, visiting her wife's family in France. So we'll miss her, but we wish her well and give her a nice, relaxing vacation. So if this is your first time here, whether you're live in person or if you're watching us online, we are happy to have you here and to have you part of this community. You participate and you support us in so many ways. So stay in touch. Keep coming back. And one of our core values is inclusivity. You'll be hearing more about the core values coming up. But we invite you, no matter what your politics or preferences or persuasions might be part of this community. And I'd like to acknowledge also that we are on the traditional homelands of the Coast Miwok people, and we pay respect to the elders past and present. We like to begin our services with song, so I'm going to invite up Momo and Jeannie, a couple of our wonderful members and singers. We're glad to have you. This song we sing at the beginning of every service, and it's in this very room, but I want you to think of it not just this physical very room, but this land that we all share, and this, and metaphysically, what is the room, right? It's what's in us. And what we share together. So let's bring ourselves to the present moment and sing in this very room.
In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, sweet Spirit, Spirit is in this very room. And in this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all of us. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, sweet Spirit, Spirit is in this very room. And in this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, sweet Spirit, Spirit is in this very room.
Now, as we stay in this sacred space, I'd like to invite Barbara Cedarblade, one of our prayer chaplains, to come forward and lead us in prayer.
It goes like this. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. And I affirm our ability to claim that together and to look for our opportunities personally and collectively as a community, as a country, to really live into our true purpose of love and light. Being the love and light that we are, living into it, and magnetizing it out of everyone that we interact with. And I also take this opportunity to feel gratitude with you for the earth, for Earth Day this week, for the life and legacy of Pope Francis, for his work protecting the environment, promoting social justice, and promoting interfaith dialogue. We bless him, surrounding him in light and love together right here, right now. And we are also grateful, I am grateful for Martin Wagner, present with us today, giving us a talk, sharing his wisdom and experience with all of us. And again, with gratitude and with hope and faith in our powers of wisdom and understanding to know from the inside out what is ours to do, I release this prayer, trusting in the power of prayer and the power of community. And so it is. Amen. Our service assistant, Carolyn, go to you.
Thank you, Barbara. You may be seated. Hi. If this is your first time here, we're very happy to welcome you. And all of us are going to be welcoming you because we're all part of the welcome team. I'm going to put this aside.
Yeah, a little different sound there. Okay. We always have potluck out in the courtyard, but today it's really special because one of our members had a baby blessing for an Indian couple that had the baby's first rice. And there is a ton of food left over, Indian food. So there's lunch. So make sure that you say hello to someone that you haven't spoken with before and show them some love. We have core values. I mentioned inclusivity before. One of them is to connect. And if you want to connect with us, if you aren't here in person, we have a text number. You'll get one text message a week just highlighting what we're doing this week, 415-991-7111, and just write the word welcome. And please spread the word about us on social media. And if you want to connect with one of our prayer chaplains or the minister, inside your bulletin there is a tear-off sheet, which is very dramatic, and so you won't be embarrassed. It's going to make this sound. Okay? But tear it off, give us your name, and if you have any prayer requests, put them on the back, and the prayer chaplains will hold you in prayer and pray with you for 30 days, and then it goes off to Unity Village for another 30 days. So the power of prayer. Here's a snapshot of our upcoming events. Everything in a nutshell. I literally snap it. You can take a picture of this or a screenshot. And it's in a nutshell, it's a beautiful crystal nutshell because there's so many wonderful things going on. So visit our website, find out what we're doing. We have a vision statement and a mission statement that we remind ourselves and put out there to the world. So let's say these together. Our vision: a world spiritually awakened and transformed through realizing our divine potential. And our mission: Unity in Marin is a loving community dedicated to spiritual growth, inclusivity, and service. We honor and care for ourselves, each other, and the natural world. And our core values are connectivity, inclusivity, and authenticity. And we're just going to highlight authenticity right now. And after each one of them, I just want you to pause for a moment and think about what you're saying, because it's really pretty profound. A lot of people worked hard on these values. So, authenticity: being true to ourselves, our values, and spirit. We share our voice, gifts, and talents with vulnerability and humility. We value honesty and take responsibility for our choices. We nurture trust by aligning our actions with our values. Thank you. Today's flower sponsor is Mike Pavlik. Thank you, Mike. These are beautiful, done by Sarah Gaspari, and it's in honor of Sandy and Henrietta. Mike, are you here? Not today. Okay. Well, thank you for your dedication, and also if you would like to dedicate towards flowers or hospitality, visit Charcel in the courtyard just down the hallway there. Each week we like to say a special thank you to volunteers who work here and just make this the place that it is. And today we're going to highlight our ushers, Brandy Jones and the usher team. So if anyone who's on the usher team, please stand. Kate, Francine, Joni, Cindy Hall, James, Lindsay, Jan, Wendy, Margaret, Tom, Anna. Thank you so much for your service. We couldn't be here without you. So it's my pleasure to introduce our guest musician today, because she's an old friend of mine. She lives in the East Bay, and she's a singer and songwriter. She plays with her partner, Robin Flowers. They perform all over the place. She directed a choir when I first met her. So Libby McLaren is going to honor us with her music.
So much. Carolyn, it is so nice to see you again. Thank you to everybody who has made me feel so welcome, like I've been here so long. And it's great. Thank you so much. What an honor it is to be in a community like this. We need us so bad. And look at all of you looking at me. It's like, I can't tell you. It's like my heart is so full. So, and Jeremy, you're just rocking it. And thank you so much for being a good piano player here. So Earth Day, complicated in an odd sort of way. We need so much help, and we need so much enthusiasm and trust and hope and more hope. And so I've chosen 3 songs to sing for you today, but not all at the same time. First one is a song that was written by Holly Near, absolutely a shiro of all time. I had the honor of being able to sing on the album I sang on this song on her album. It's called I Am Willing. I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. Oh, there is hurting in my family. there is sorrow in my town, and there is panic all across the nation, and there is wailing the whole world round. I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would be so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. May the children see more clearly, and may the elders be more wise, and may the winds of change caress us, even though it burns our eyes. Oh, I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would be so strange, for it dishonors those who've gone before us. So lift me up to the light of change, and give me a mighty oak to hold my confusion, and give me a desert to hold my fears, and give me a sunset to hold my wonder, and give me an ocean to hold my tears. For I am open, oh, and I am willing, for to be hopeless would be so strange, for it dishonors those who've gone before us. So lift me up to the light of change.
So beautiful. And just serendipitously, I heard that song last night sung by 100 people over at the Oakland Interfaith Gospel Choir workshop. But I tell you, I was more moved today because I really felt the lyrics when you were singing it. So thank you. Thank you. I'd like to introduce our guest speaker, Martin Wagner. He's going to be ordained Saturday, isn't that right? As a pan-spiritual chaplain to environmental and social change movements. Yeah, amen to that, right? So he comes to chaplaincy after working for 35 years as a human rights and environmental lawyer. Let's give him a warm Unity welcome.
Good morning, everyone. It's really good to be here. I would like to start with a little bit of an interactive exercise to prepare the ground for my talk this morning. So if you are willing, if you'll join me in this, I would like to ask you to have a short conversation with somebody next to you. So identify somebody next to you if you're willing, and if you're not, you can do this, and if you're online, you can do this just sitting in your mind. But what I'm going to ask you to do, each of you will have 1 minute to finish this sentence. Something I love about being alive on earth today is. And don't just name the thing, a flower. You have a minute to make your partner fall in love with this thing as much as you are in love with it. So really tell them what it is you love about this thing. To avoid any confusion, the person with the shortest hair of the two of you will speak first, okay? So, and I have been told, Carolyn told me that you all don't come back from conversation very easily. So, I'm going to let you know when there's a minute left, and you may be in the middle of your sharing about how beautiful this thing is. I'm going to ask you to stop and switch, and then I'm going to try to call you back and ask you to respect that too. So, yeah, good luck. So, 1 minute, the person with the shortest hair, something I love about being alive on earth today is... Okay, time to switch. Longer-haired person, something I love about being alive on earth today is... Okay. Time's up. I'm glad to hear that there is no shortage of things that you all love about being alive on earth today. Tuesday was Earth Day, and I wanted to make this talk a celebration of Earth, an opportunity to feel our gratitude for the beauty and generosity she offers us each day, whether we deserve it or not, which is the definition of grace, isn't it? I chose this photo that I took of a spectacular Bay Area sunset because sunsets are one of the many things I love about being alive on Earth today. This is an example of Earth's grace, and I want to help us all receive and celebrate the gift that Earth offers us. But every time I started to prepare this talk, something didn't feel right. Something stood between me and celebration. Going straight to gratitude and joy felt false. So I want to start in a different place. Our planet is suffering. The last 10 years have been the hottest 10 years on record, with last year being the hottest year ever recorded. This heating is increasing the frequency and severity of droughts, floods, hurricanes, and other extreme weather events that are causing illness, death, famine, and mass migration. Global heating is also contributing to mass extinctions, with scientists estimating that anywhere from 15 to 100 species a day are being lost, and that we may lose a quarter of Earth's species by the year 2050, 25 years from now. Even if humanity stopped emitting greenhouse gases today, warming and the associated suffering would increase for decades before the temperature stabilized at a higher level and thus more catastrophic than where we are now. But we won't stop emitting today, or tomorrow, or next year. In fact, there is almost no chance that we will meet the international targets that are intended to give us just a 50% chance of avoiding irreversible warming. And the Trump administration's active shutting down of climate solutions and environmental protection is going to make this even less likely. Things are bad for humans and other species on Earth. I have to confess that it scares me a little bit to stand here and say this. Naming these truths out loud feels like breaking a social taboo, especially in a service where I'm sure you come to be comforted and to find hope in hard times. And I expect that you, like me, don't find much comfort in someone telling you that everything will get better eventually, without acknowledging that, well, sometimes it doesn't. After all, in Earth's last great extinction, 75% of species went extinct. Sure, life continued, we are here, but for those species, everything definitely didn't get better. So let me start by saying to you today that if things look dark, if thinking about the state of the world makes you feel grief or anger or despair, you are not alone. I am with you. And you are not crazy. But when we feel like this, it's easy to become hopeless. And hopelessness can make it hard to really see and appreciate the grace that is offered us. And with all respect to the song, the beautiful song that you sang, I do not think not having hope is strange. Sometimes when we look at the world around us, hope is really hard to find. That is normal. So I want to talk a little bit about how we find hope in times like these. Not a hope that skips over the suffering, but one that acknowledges that things are dark and that we honestly don't know whether they will get better. One person who knew something about hope in dark times was a man named Václav Havel. I don't know if you know who he was, but he became the first president of Czechoslovakia after the fall of totalitarianism and communism. Before that, though, he spent years imprisoned by the totalitarian regime with no certainty that he would get out before he died. That experience taught him that hope doesn't require confidence that things will get better. In his words, hope is not the conviction that something will turn out well, but the certainty that something makes sense regardless of how it turns out. In this sense, Havel wrote, hope is an orientation of the heart. Some of you may know my beloved teacher, Joanna Macy. Joanna is a Buddhist scholar, activist, and deeply wise elder, and I am indebted to her for nearly everything I will say here today. Joanna calls heart-oriented hope active hope, in contrast to a passive hope that waits for something outside of us to create the change we want. Active hope is a practice, something we do rather than something we have. And it requires 3 simple steps. The first is extremely simple. We just have to look reality directly in the face, really pay attention, and see it as it is. Well, this sounds like awful advice, especially now. If you're anything like me, the last thing you want to do now is to pay attention to the news. You don't want to feel the truth of everything that it makes you feel. Why would we want to pay even greater attention? It turns out there are gifts in paying attention to the darkness around us and in feeling the difficult feelings that raises in us that are of great value in times like these. The first of these gifts might seem obvious, but it's important. If we don't see things as they really are, we can't take appropriate action to change them or to protect ourselves or those we love from their consequences. We may spend time on actions that have no chance of success or fail to recognize steps that could reduce suffering, even if they won't eliminate it. The catch is that we can't see reality fully if we are putting part of our energy and attention into avoiding the emotions that reality raises in us. Some part of us has to shut down and to ignore in order to avoid those emotions. So if we want to take wise action, we have to be willing to bear the consequences of paying attention to reality, even when those consequences hurt. The second step in active hope is to get clear about the values we want to put into action through our efforts. Paying attention to the suffering around us and letting ourselves feel fully the emotions that raises offers a gift for this step as well. It grounds us in Havel's orientation of the heart. If you are willing to slow down and be with the difficult emotions that arise when you look at the darkness long enough to really get to know them, I think you'll find that every one of them is grounded in love. Grief and sadness arise because you are losing or have lost something that you love or someone that you love. Fear shows you that something you care about is threatened, whether that's your own well-being or that of someone or something else. Anger is a sign of a violation of your love of justice, that a boundary has been crossed, of something you care about. People often worry that letting themselves feel their grief or anger, if they let themselves feel their grief or anger, they won't be able to stop. It will just be overwhelming. I want to be clear that I'm not suggesting that finding the love underlying these painful emotions will help you get over them and that you'll live in some blissful state of love. In fact, it's likely that paying attention, the more aware you are of what you love, the more pain you will feel when you see what is happening. But it may be that your grief and anger are exactly what the world needs right now. And when love is also present, you will be able to stay with the suffering, to see more clearly, and to make heartful and reality-based decisions about what you should do. Those decisions lead to the final step in active hope, to take action to make the change we want to see. Here again, heartful realism and love ground and support us. Action driven by fear or anger or guilt may be powerful, it is important, but it is not sustainable. These emotions can be important motivators, but they wear us out, and it requires additional emotional energy to try to manage them. When we let ourselves feel our pain, that frees energy for us to develop the creative, reality-based strategies we need to move forward. I want to mention one final gift of opening ourselves to the pain of the world. Psychological research has shown that trying to avoid uncomfortable emotions contributes to a broader numbing of our emotions. Any effort to shut out grief and despair and anger impoverishes our emotional and sensory life. Life's beauty becomes dimmer. Flowers are less fragrant. Our loves are less ecstatic. And so this brings us back finally to grace. I've been returning over and over lately to an observation by the musician Nick Cave, who said, "It is the audacity of the world to continue to be beautiful and continue to be good in times of deep suffering." Orange gold sunsets, poppies on the hillsides, the warm sun on a cold morning, people marching in the streets in defense of the vulnerable and displaced. These blessings exist not because everything is going to turn out well, but even though it might not. I actually chose this picture in part because one thing Earth does when we offer her pollution is she turns it into even more spectacular sunsets. Like, you're going to do this to me, I'm just going to love you harder. That is grace. And when we open ourselves to the pain and suffering of the world, we free ourselves to come to grace cleanly, to receive it with our full gratitude. So I want to invite you for a moment to draw back into your attention that thing that you love. I'm sure one of many, about being alive on earth today. Really feel your love for that thing, or that person, or that place. And now I want to invite you to draw into your awareness at the same time some element of suffering that you are aware of on the planet. Feel your ability to hold both of these things in your heart and in your mind. You can go to one, you can go back to the other, but you have the capacity to hold both the suffering of the world and the grace and beauty of our world at the same time. If you can remember the beauty, you will have strength to face the suffering. And if you can face the suffering, your emotions, your heart will be fully open to seeing the beauty. When Joanna Macy was asked why she does the work she does, she said it's so that when things get hard, we won't turn on each other. We need this. But I think she's offering us something more as well. I think she's teaching us how to fully receive grace, divine grace, the grace of earth, even in dark times like these. We can only love another fully if we can accept them fully, including their pain or their despair. We can only love our world fully if we can look at it honestly. And we are only available to be fully loved if we offer our full selves to others, including our grief, our fear, our anger. If there really is no way to avoid the chaos of these times, if pain and suffering are inevitable, perhaps the greatest grace is this, that we can still love one another and the world, and that we can still let them love us. Thank you. I want to let you know, there will be an announcement about this later, but that if you want a chance to explore these themes a little bit more, to learn a little bit about how living on earth today causes us moral and emotional and spiritual injury, and to engage in some practices to address that, I'll be leading a workshop after the service.
Wow. So much to think about. So concise. Thank you. I will be thinking about, as we all, what the heck. And for me, sometimes I just need a little extra help. And I am very fond of Mary, without whom you know who wouldn't have been born. And it's those of you who are named Mary, you got a cool name. But the whole concept of Mother Mary matters to me, and there's a really wonderful song that I will sing in a moment, written by Eliza Gilkison, a wonderful singer-songwriter, lives in Austin, Texas. And it's called Requiem, but it's for me, it gives me like a little bit of a banister. I think of Mary as a banister in my life. When I need a little extra help, when I'm having a hard time embracing the darkness with the beauty, sometimes I just need something to hold on to, and I tend to reach for Mary. Oh, Mother Mary, full of grace, awaken. All our homes are gone, our loved ones taken by the sea. Mother Mary, calm our fears, have mercy. Drowning in a sea of tears, have mercy. Hear our mournful plea. Our world has been shaken. We wander, our homelands forsaken. And in the dark night of the soul, bring some comfort to us all. Oh, Mother Mary, come and carry us in your embrace, that our sorrows may be faced. And Mary, fill our glass to overflowing. Illuminate the path where we are going. Have mercy on us all. In funeral fires burning, each flame to your mystery returning. And in the dark night of the soul, your shattered dreamers make us whole. Oh, Mother Mary, find us where we've fallen out of grace. Lead us to a higher place. And in the dark night of the soul, our broken hearts you can make whole. Oh, Mother Mary, come and carry us in your embrace. Let us see your gentle face. Mary.
sink in for a minute. If some feelings or thoughts have arisen about this talk, there will be a discussion circle right outside the door there, and Tom Brown's going to facilitate it, but also Martin said he would be willing to come and answer questions and talk about it too, and get some food first and be back here at noon for the workshop. We can do this. And let's think of the next little portion here, not as announcements that I'm making, but as opportunities, okay? Opportunities for you to connect with each other, to grow. And here we go with the first one. We're just about finished setting up our small community groups. If you have an audacious idea that you'd like to make a group just for 5 weeks and regular meetings, today's your last day to let that flower bloom and let your creativity flow. There are more guidelines on the website, so please sign up for that today. And then next week, people can come and join those groups. Okay, as you know, Reverend Deanne is on vacation either in the lobby or in your bulletin. There's an Ask the Minister. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask her about unity or unity in Marin specifically or our belief systems, she will answer those questions on her first Sunday back, which is the 18th. Martin mentioned that he's going to be doing the ritual here and workshop at noon. As we said, come back. The next couple weeks, guest speakers. Next week we'll have Cindy Acker, who has spoken here many times. She's also our choir director. And after that, she's going to be starting a book study program. So after her talk, she'll begin, and this is going to be a 5-week small group also. The books are available in the bookstore. Christine is here to sell you your books and get you started on that. And it also will be online. It's hybrid. So please join that. And the next week after that, May 11th, it will be Dr. Dahlia, speaking of flowers, I love that name, Dahlia Adams, talking about mothers' roles, and our guest musicians are Heart Matter. Do you remember they came once as a duo? They're going to have the whole band, and he's bringing his vibes, and it's going to be a beautiful service. So put that on your calendar as well. Tom McAuliffe, are you here? I don't see Tom. I guess we're going to skip that. Okay, now's the time when we get ready for our offering. As the ushers get ready to come forward, we'll remind you of the many ways you can give. You can give through our Church Center app. You can give, there's a QR code if you're watching online. There are envelopes in your bulletin, so we have many ways that you can give. And that spiritual connection card that I so rudely ripped off a moment ago, you can do it now too. And fill out the form and drop that in the baskets as they come around. And Libby, we'll have you come back for some more music. And while she's coming up, let's say our offertory affirmation together. I am the power of abundance, giving and receiving gratefully. So we bless our offering as it comes around.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. Oh, when I hear the babies crying and I'm watching them grow, my God, they'll learn so much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, oh my God, what a wonderful world. Oh, yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Ah, lovely rendition of that song. Thank you, Libby. It's great. Okay, Lost and Found. This is the last week you're going to be able to get your stuff, then we give it away. There are quite a few pairs of glasses in there, so check it on your way out. We're going to have a blood drive coming up, ways to be of service to give back to the community. You have to sign up in advance, but that's going to be next Sunday, so get your place in line and give blood. And we have a concert coming up that's very exciting. Gary Malkin and Miranda McPherson, both of them are familiar to our community. Wonderful musicians. They're putting on this very special program. It's May 9th, so get your tickets in advance. I think there are going to be a lot of people here. Okay, Sunday after that, she'll be back already. That's only 3 weeks, but it's really 3 weeks. So when she comes back, ask the minister. The week after that, we have our Memorial Day ritual, which is always a wonderful cathartic service for us. And that's all the good stuff I have to say for now, all those opportunities. And I would like the prayer chaplains to rise. They are here to hold you in prayer, to see you for the full, complete, whole person that you are, hold everything you say in confidence, and to bless you along your way. Thank you, prayer chaplains. Do we have any kids out there today? Do we have anybody waiting to come in? You never know. Last week we had so many, and this week they may all be playing soccer or something. Well, we're going to bless them anyway, and all of the children on the planet with this blessing. Let's say it together. You are the perfect expression of divine light. We love you exactly the way you are. And let's say our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we go, God is. So it is. And we're going to have our final song. Please join us in singing, I Am So Grateful.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. Turn to someone and sing it. I'm so grateful. 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 Happy Earth Day, everyone. Martin will be standing by the door, and at noon, he'll have his workshop back here.